Every year, 134 million babies are delivered into this world, and every year, 58 million people leave it. The overlap and thus increase of humans on Earth is 76 million each year. On an already strained planet, with trends pointing in the wrong direction. How will we provide a good life for these newborn children? When I first heard about a stagnating population, I felt two things. Big problem, but bigger yet. Hope. Important shift to come. The overlap of 76 million is projected to diminish for every year for the better part of the century. In the course of a human lifespan, we're estimated to reach a steady state in total population. And this number, hard as it is to predict, will be about 10.4 billion people. 300 years ago, the population growth rate was 0.04%. 63 years ago, in 1963, when my father was born, it peaked at 2.3%. Not far from a 60-fold increase. As you can see, the growth rate reached its peak decades ago, and it is soon to reach a plateau. My daughters and me will most likely live to see us back on a growth rate not seen in 3,000 years. The stories of our generation will portray a vastly different experience of life compared to when Holden Caulfield was written into existence. When this, my favorite book, The Catcher in the Rye, was written in 1950, the mean human being was 23 years old. If Holden Caulfield got old and lived today, not likely, you'd see that the mean human would be 36 years old. We're getting older, as you can see here, the percentage of the population being children has made a dramatic decrease in the last 60 years. Look at the base of this diagram, not portraying what you think it is. A broader base is more children. Look at year 2100. The base is thin as a match. Two books has made me think of this steady state with hope. Big History by David Christian and Life on Our Planet by Sir David Attenborough. If we could find a way to provide a good life for 10.4 billion people in 2100, we would, in a way, see us enduring and surviving the immense challenges that lays ahead. Beyond, we'd see a slow decline in population. The challenge, thus, in theory, wouldn't get bigger and bigger. If we reached a net zero carbon world for 10.4 billion people, we'd succeed. At least it's measurable and endable. At least it gives the current prospect an aim and destination. But that's not all of it. If we study this graph a second and consider the climb to current levels, I feel it indicates an controversially enough inevitability in the present, as if we couldn't, in one sense, end in another spot than exactly here. All things considered. Year 2026 with 8.3 billion people, 800 million still in extreme poverty, and 427.67 ppm CO2 in the atmosphere. We've got reason to blame our grandma and grandpa. But most of them, just did their best. I think we do well in showing some gratitude to them and to the fossil fuels sometimes. We must replace them. Well, we will replace grandma and grandpa, but we haven't, because we couldn't. Now, we should try to give those 76 million newborn children a good life too. Next week, I'll try to understand why this decline in itself poses one of the biggest challenges of our generation. Thank you for watching. Bye.